Hello and welcome back to the last 2 hours of the first round of the RDVSC2. We're at Silverstone, almost at hour 5, and I think we should start with the standings. These are the current standings. Christian Michel at the moment on top of the field with his MC Racing LMP car. Matt Horst. Oh. Last 2 hours of the first round of the RDVSC2. What the fuck? Sorry for that. Yeah, on the second place, TXL Racing, Matt Horst. Number 3, Redshift Racing, Yuri Kastorp. These three are almost within one. They are almost within one lap, and these three have just within 20 seconds. Place number 4, Morabia Rebellion, Nuno Pinto. Place 5, TXL Racing. 6th is Simrace-Vereniging Nederland, Jan Wim Ensing. Southern Cross Racing on 7th with Stefan Woudenberg. Now EGTs, place number 8 in overall, and place 1 in EGT, Ajira Racing. Right behind them, Radicals Online, Team Virtual Racing Org, Gentleman Race Club and 900 Grados. Then on P13 there's Simrace-Vereniging Nederland with Giel Dahan with their GTC car. They are first in GTC and 13th overall. Respect for that. Then we have on the 6th position in the GTEs Atlantic Racing Team with on position 7 is Sin LHCH Racing, Raul Horta. On position 8, Redshift Racing, Damon Patel. After that there's TXL Racing, Frederick Schornstein in the GTCs now. On the second place in their category and on the 17th place overall. Behind them there's Luparossa Motorsport, Josh Noack on the 18th place overall in his LMP1. 9th place GTE is Flying Crowbar Racing, 10th place is Redshift Racing on overall 20th. Then we have Sin L LMP1 team, Luis Fernandez is 9th in the LMPs and 21st overall. 22nd overall Redshift Racing, Frank van Overen. You currently can, the onboard stream is available again, just as a quick reminder. He's 3rd in his category. Then we have on position 11 in the GTEs, KPC SINL, Juan de la Cruz. On place 12 there's Project Race, Karl-Heinz Markgraf. Position 13 there's number 120 Luparossa Motorsport, Alex Sangster. Then we have on 4th place in the GTCs and 26th overall TXL Racing, Andrew Ford. On position 27 overall is the 14th of the GTEs, Sin L Carry Truck Team. Then we have Vanatech Drake Racing VBM on position 15 in the class GTE. Then are the GTCs from Flying Quebec Racing Team on position 29, and out of the race is MKB Racing with the number 113 due to technical issues. So, I think that's enough. We can go on with our We can now easily go over to the stream. With me should be my co-commentator Tapio. I don't know if he's here, Tapio.
Yes.
There
hello.
he is. Nice. Yeah, we want to welcome you again to the last 2 hours of this race. I'd say everything went pretty good so far. We have only one car that is not driving until the end. And everything else looked good so far. My stint wasn't that perfect because of some incidents with LMPs who didn't drive careful, but it was pretty okay though. I got 2 places and handed the car over now to Kevin Grundmann, my team partner, who's doing the last 2 hours. Yeah, and at the front there's I wondered about MC Racing, Christian Michel, or in the meantime it's Simon Kreisman again, who are third at the moment, which is pretty impressive if you think that they started from the back of the field.
And Christian Michel was actually leading the race for a brief moment, so
yeah,
I saw
that.
Impressive.
Yeah, really impressive. But Alexi Kivela now in the pits. But I think Alexi Kivela just joined the car, so I think there's a technical problem or maybe minor damage to the car. Otherwise, he wouldn't go into the pits. So we have to stay tuned there.
Or actually, it is a drive-through penalty, speeding in the pit lane.
This could be too, yes. Yeah, it obviously was. So 20 seconds onto MC Racing, Simon Kreisman, for the 4th Redshift Racing, Alexi Kivela.
And because of that drive-through penalty, he's now a lap down the leading TXL Racing entry. So a big setback.
Yeah, that's a big gap there, but I think it's pretty okay. It's still pretty okay. So, do we have any small gaps? Yeah, 900 grados. Adrian Zupiela is right behind TeamVirtualRacing.org, and they are right behind Gentleman Race Club. So I think we should tune in there and watch this racing. As
fighting for the podium.
Yeah, exactly. It's about the 3rd place. Omar Team 900 grados is about the 4th place, and then they try hopefully to get to the 3rd place, to the podium. Would be nice to see with this nice livery they've done. And I need to contact race control in the meantime. Hopefully Dennis is able to answer me.
And I see Frederick Dornstein has joined us in the broadcasting room.
That's correct.
Hi Frederick, how's it going?
Hi. Bit tired.
How many hours did you drive now?
3 hours already.
Oh, 3 hours, and 2 in the LMP and 1 in the GTC?
Yes, that's
Is that correct?
correct.
Yeah, okay. How was your stint? Or how were your stints more?
Yeah, the start of the race was really really close for P1 all the time. Yeah, quali was a bit of a shame. I could have gone a lot faster, but halfway through quali I had issues with R factor or my PC. I got sudden frame drops and everything, so I could have gone. I was already up on 1 lap, half a second when the problem started, but anyway still P2. And then at the start I think it was Moravia Rebellion got a bit of a lead, but I managed to hunt them down in traffic and ultimately get past. But yeah, I could build a gap, but then I had a mistake in traffic, which lost me the lead again. And from then on, we were always playing catch up. Later, I still had another spin, but I think we were 20 seconds behind them in the last stop, and then Mark took over the car from me, and he had more issues. We lost another 20-30 seconds, and once I went away into the GTC car, we are now suddenly 40 seconds in the lead. I think some other LMP1 cars had issues and damage and so on, so once I wasn't in the car, it all went well.
Okay, what about the GTC stint? Was everything okay for you there?
Yeah, it was pretty relaxing, to be honest. I had some GTE cars I could overtake, so we gained 2 positions compared to the GTE cars, which was really nice. And but the leader is already in GTC, and we have big gap to P3, so it was more or less relaxing time compared to the LMP1 car, because you can just drive your race. From time to time you see someone in the mirror and leave a bit of space. It's all pretty easy, but when you are in the P1 fighting for the lead, it's so stressful driving through traffic, and it's just because, I mean, you can see it, you have a wide variety of talent in GTE, so you have cars going doing lap times in 5 or 6 seconds slower than the leaders in GTE, so you're basically racing not 2 classes, but it feels sometimes there are 3-4 different categories out there, so it's really hard to judge. You always have to try to remember the car names and know who goes where and so on, and who sees you, and where you can go more aggressive and where you have to keep it really calm. So it's pretty much the challenge in LMP1 at the moment.
Yeah, okay. I'm coming straight out of the GTE car from Redshift Racing, the Porsche, and I had some trouble with some LMPs with their lapping style. Some just dive bombed you, or just crashed right into your side when they were overtaking you. Did you have any issues with that?
No, I had absolutely no problems, but I just kept my line, and I know in some places I just gave them a bit more room because we are just in a very safe position, and I don't know, I didn't want to take any risks, so maybe I was just a bit more polite on that, so that might help that situation, because I know we have still some close racing in LMP1, and it's really a shame. It shouldn't happen, and for me it didn't. The only thing I did when I did a mistake was taking myself off. So I was a gentleman there, but it's really hard to judge sometimes. So,
for example, I had 2 issues with Lupa Rossa Motorsport, the LMP1, who's driving far away back in the field from the other LMP1s. Once he was lapping me in the 3rd corner, in this sharp right-hander, spun directly in front of me because he was going on the outside, and I couldn't do anything about it. I crashed into him, and in my second stint onto the last chicane, I was in the braking zone braking. He came from the inside, was about half a car in front of me, and just instantly went to the right, directly hit me onto the on the left side. I was on my line, I couldn't go anywhere, so he just shot me off with that, leaving minor damage to the car, which was not that great.
Yeah, that's also nice.
Also, Christian Michel did the same thing to me of the turn 5, sorry. So sometimes it's a bit too aggressive what the LMP1 drivers do, in my opinion.
I'm not sure, because in LMP1 I only drove the start of the race, which was completely wet. So yeah, that's anyway in the wet. It's just insane to try and lap GTE cars. It's pretty hard, and but I had some issues with one or two slower LMP1 cars who were lapped down and thought they have to fight for position or something like that, because I mean, in the P1 cars you can practically overtaking is so hard even if a car is 5 seconds slower. So I don't see the point why some of them didn't lift on the straight for a second and give me the position, as they were already 3 laps behind. Yeah, I haven't seen bad moves from P1 drivers, but I think when people like in the sharp left-hander, I think it's called the loop, that's the position where I don't overtake a car. You can have you can be on the outside and good car lengths ahead, then you can turn in and try that, but I usually stay behind the GTE car there and only focus to get a good exit so I can overtake before the flat-out left-hand kink on the inside. So you have to really sometimes think a bit further ahead in a P1 car, and I most of the time try to do that, because today I already got screwed because I can overtake GTE cars around the outside of Beckett's and Chapel. Yeah, but I tried that in the wet today, and
Oh,
that
that's
didn't
not
work
good.
well.
Not in the wet.
It was so hard. The drying line was extremely grippy, but as soon as you went in the wet, even with wet tires, I caught up so much understeer. It was just insane, because I went around the outside, I had a ton of grip, and then a bit on the wet, and then I just went straight through Beckett's and Chapel. So yeah, that made overtaking especially hard, because there are some corners, like for example Luffield. I could, in the dry I can overtake a GTE car around the outside. In Luffield I tried it once and I didn't try it again, because once you're on the wet stuff,
It's over.
you can't get the power down.
Yeah.
But,
Oh, there was a bad move from Matt Horst on Simon Kreisman at the moment, who just touched him on the left back side, causing both to spin.
oh,
It was not a good move there.
I have to rewatch it on the live stream.
It will eventually be there in about 10 seconds, hopefully. I didn't see the whole thing, it just looked like he touched him on the inside there, causing both to spin.
Yeah,
By the way,
Mike
what
got
do
a
you...
bit eager because they are already lapped down.
Yeah, I don't know. By the way, as we're speaking of MC Racing, what do you think about MC Racing? I mean, they had major problems at the start. They had a missing front wing, went to the pits in the first lap, and worked their way back through the front there. I mean, I think it's pretty impressive how these guys are driving there.
Okay, I saw the move from Matt now. Yeah, that's a bit ambitious maybe. He thought Christian would give him a bit more space there, but yeah, I mean, I think he just wanted to get past because Christian was left down. That was really unfortunate. And usually not a thing matters. He said he will only try to get that car to the end and give it to me, because he's the slowest driver in our P1 car, so he only wants to stay in track position.
Okay.
I think that was more miscommunication. He thought maybe Simon would give him the position because he's a lap down, but of course they tried to stay on the lead lap, that's for sure.
Yeah. But what do you think about MC Racing? I just spoke about it. They started nearly from the bottom, and now they are almost on top with under the top three. It's a massive, it's an incredible thing that they've done there. They have an incredible pace, I would say. So, what's your opinion about it?
I know them both very well, and we were. Yeah, I know them both, so I was kind of expecting that they will back when the race goes on, because they are pretty strong drivers. I know them both in person, and yeah, actually, we were thinking about maybe living together, so Simon, Christian, and me, but they then decided to just did it like in the past, just 2 drivers, and I thought, okay, that isn't too bad, because then we have at least 2 very strong teams in P1. So I always like the challenge, and I always like to beat Christian, because he's my teammate in the German IndyCar League, which is very competitive, and so far he has beaten me just, and so my motivation is really to beat them today.
Yeah, but you said you have 2 strong teams. My opinion, we have another strong team, and maybe
Yeah, of
another.
course.
Morabe Rebellion is 24
I mean, I
seconds
thought
behind your
before-
car. But okay, now he's pitting
Yeah.
again, but he has a pit stop more.
Yeah,
And Matt Horst
I-
just spun around there,
yeah,
and he
I
has
mean, I
to
saw
wait.
before the first race, so I didn't know how competitive some of the also teams are, but I knew when MC Racing and we will sign up separately that we will definitely have at least 2 very competitive cars, maybe
Yeah.
more. So I wasn't talking them down. They did an incredible job, and they were really fast in the race. But I think they had a bit of bad luck, so and they seemed to struggle a bit with the tires. Especially in the wet, they got pretty slow towards the end of the stint. But yeah, so far it's pretty exciting. And funny thing is, actually, oh no, was that our?
Yeah,
I
that
don't-
was your car. That was Matt Horst, still
Oh
leading
no,
by 31 seconds or more in the meantime, because Morabe Rebellion is in the pits again. They are
Okay.
doing their seventh stop at the moment. But I really
Yeah.
have to say, it's also an outstanding race from Alexei Kivela, who is who's driving for Redshift Racing.
yeah.
He has an outstanding performance
Sorry,
too.
there's some problem with your microphone.
There's a problem with my microphone. Which problem?
Yeah, now it's fine. You were stuttering a lot,
Ah, okay.
but now it's fine again. Actually, funny thing is, tomorrow I will compete in a 3-hour kart race with Christian, Michel, and some other guys. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to as well. So I have pretty full schedule this weekend.
Yeah, I was also
But-
about to go to a kart race at Sunday. But as I'm currently under medication, there's no chance for me. Oh, and I see Redshift Racing, Kevin Grundmann is just right behind Flying Crowbar Racing Rob Milliken. I think we should watch them having a small battle there.
Yeah, I will just leave now and check with my team what's going on with Matt, and when I need to get in the car, because I will drive the rest of the race from now on. So
Yeah,
I don't know
okay.
when we are going to pit, maybe 20-30 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, then have fun and have luck on your last stint.
Hopefully,
And
yes.
yeah, I would say we speak later.
Yep, see you.
See ya. Okay, yeah, we're back at the moment with Kevin Grundmann who's a bit in traffic there. He is close to Flying Crowbar Racing Rob Milliken, only 1.6 seconds due to the whole traffic there. Maybe he can get him and gain another position for Redshift Racing. So let's watch that a bit. Gentleman Race Club is also directly behind 900 Grados. I just saw that. We'll just check it. There are these two cars. The Gentleman Race Club car seems to have had an accident. Lost his front splitter, but I think he repaired it already. So maybe there's now the attack. Looks like head to head. Close racing there. Oh, and he just almost shot him off the track there from 900 Grados. So let's see how this goes on. Karen Grundman has got to get back to Flying Crowbar Racing there. Go ahead. Tapio, go ahead.
No, yeah, the 900 Grados versus Gentleman Race Club battle, of course, for the third place in class. So a lot to fight for there.
Yeah, exactly. But as I said, it was not a good move from 900 Grados, who almost pushed Gentleman Race Club driver Michael Morgenthal off the track. So hopefully Michael Morgenthal can get back to him, to Carlos Gabriel Vasquez, and try it again. And then we have, I think that's our closest battle at the moment. Yeah, it is. Cam Grundman is closing the gap to Rob Milliken. Then we have, yeah, that's about it. Then we have a gap of 8 seconds. Redshift Racing Alexei Kivela to Simon Kreisman. He closed the gap. Ah, now Redshift Racing Kevin Grundman is back at the tail from Rob Milliken. So we'll try to watch it. Oh, Rob Milliken was going right through the outside. Now into the S's. Now the gap is getting a bit bigger again, but it shouldn't be that big. Shouldn't be a big problem now for Kevin to catch up there. Oh, that looked almost a bit bad, but still he's showing himself right at the side of Rob Milliken. This small battle here is for the 9th place in the GTs. Hopefully he can get him there.
Juan de la Cruz in the KPC SINL entry is also gaining on these two pretty quickly. I think we will see a three-way battle in a few laps.
Yeah, it could possibly be, as Michael Morgenthau is back to 1 second on 900 grados Carlos Gabriel Vasquez. Yeah, and Alexei Kivela is still trying to catch up with Simon Kreisman for the second position overall and LMPs. Matt Horst still first place with over 1 minute gap. And Kevin Grundmann just got through there, gained a place on Rob Milliken. So hopefully he will be able to stay there. Would be really comfortable. The gap is getting bigger and bigger from second to second. So hopefully it will stay there. Yeah, Alexei Kivela currently going for P2. Only 5 seconds, 5.9 seconds. The gap between him and the second placed Simon Kreisman for MC Racing. If he gets a bit luck in traffic, I think he can get away there and get quickly to him to overtake him. But we have to see for that.
Looks like there is heavy traffic just in front of Kivela. About 5 ETE cars at the moment, so won't be that easy. Although MC Racing looks to be in the same traffic too, so perhaps that's part of the reason why Kivela has been gaining so much lately. And now the gap is already down to 3 seconds between Kreisman and Kivela.
Yeah, he's
Kivela
getting
really on a mission here.
Yeah, he is really on a mission. He has some luck with the traffic there. Maybe now on the next two corners he is a bit slower, but he manages to get around there. So he is pretty fast indeed. He's pretty lucky how he gets through there. So we have to see what's coming up next there. Now the gap is again at 4 seconds, but I think he can get him. He's a fast driver. I think he can manage it.
I think so
Juan
too.
de la Cruz from KPC SINL is coming up to, or he is directly behind Rob Milliken at the moment. So there will be a battle too. So maybe he will collect him too. Alexei Kivela now 2.5 seconds behind, only 2.5 seconds behind MC Racing Simon Kreisman. So maybe this will be a nice battle in a few seconds or minutes. Now maybe the attack from... yeah, there's the attack, and Juan de la Cruz is through. Rob Milliken is one place behind now, or isn't he?
Yeah, I think De La Cruz is 10th behind Grundman at the moment.
Yeah, he should be. Also, even though the live timing does not show the right order here. Oh no! Wait. They are a lap down now. They were on the same lap, and now they are a lap down. So I don't know why this is. Maybe there's something wrong in the live timing or something like that. I don't really know. We have to see.
Yeah.
But still, we have yeah, Alexi Kivela, who's gradually getting closer to Simon Kreisman there. Now you see it, the gap is getting closer and closer as they approach 3 GTE cars. So eventually, at the end of this lap, he will be lucky to get him there, because Simon is now within the in the middle of the traffic, has to step down a bit. Alexi Kivela, he waits too. He had a nice opportunity to go through the outside there, but didn't use it. So we have to see, as Simon Kreisman had a good clean through to through the other two. That costs a lot of time now for Alexi Kivela. He has to wait and wait and wait till he can go through there. Takes every thousandth of a second in draft there to get closer, but the gap is at 3 seconds again. So Atlantic Racing Team, Dan is directly behind Damon Partle in from Redshift Racing. There we see it, there directly in the picture.
No, I think Diamond just a few moments ago, a half a lap ago, just went past Atlantic Racing Team, I think.
But it's still pretty close racing here.
Yeah.
Kevin Grundman has now a gap from 7 seconds, over 7 seconds, so this should be okay too. And there's the attack from Dan on Damon. And he is through. Damon is flashing his lights, I don't know why. Oh, and I think he touched him. I think he touched him there. And there's another attack from Dan, and he goes through now. So he's driving on position 7 in the GTEs. And 15 overall. But I think Damon will stay at his back, trying to regain the position. Oh, and then there a small crash between two LMPs. It was the Moravia Rebellion, I think, and Sim Racing Vereniging Nederland. So everything should be okay.
But that crash allowed Anne to get a gap of 2.6 seconds to Diamond.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
But
yeah.
Alexei Kivela directly at the back from Sam Cressman as they race down the old start-finish straight. And now he's hunting him down, I think. This will be interesting to watch if he can get him.
The overtaking with these cars isn't easy, so
Yeah, both teams only with 5 stops so far. So this will be a close battle now. I think this is the closest battle of them all for the second position in the LMP1 and overall. So I think we should stay with these two guys and watch a bit of racing.
yeah.
Now there's traffic coming up. This could make a pass possible for Alexei. It just went a long way, but now he's on the inside. Oh, almost touched him there. That widens the gap a bit, but I think he will stay right behind him. One hour and 30 minutes to go, and still the top 3 cars in 1 lap. That's pretty hard so far.
I think the top 4 are. in
Yeah,
the
the
same
top
lap.
4. Yeah, sure. The top 4 cars are in the same lap. And the GTEs, it looks a bit different. The second car has about 1 lap to the first car. And it looks like it's time to pit again for some GTEs. As these two just cut through the traffic. This is really intense racing what these two guys are doing there. Oh, he showed himself in the mirror of Sam Kreisman there. As they approach the Porsche from Kevin Grundmann. And both of them can get clean through. And Yuri just wrote P2, P2. He really wants Alexi to overtake Christian. But in the traffic it's pretty difficult. But he stays right behind him and tries to hunt him down a bit more.
I think it's just a matter of time when the overtake will happen.
Yeah, I think so too. In the meantime, Team Virtual Racing is right behind Gentleman Race Club. They are fighting too there. We should have a look at that. Because he's still right behind him, and Alexi has to regain his position. So I think we should just switch to Michael Morgenthal, who is followed by this Aston Martin of virtualracing.org.
Battle for third place in GTE. That one.
Yeah, exactly. It's the fight
and 10th overall.
Yeah, that's true. But we will have an eye on the time for of Alexi Kivila and Simon Kreisman. So if he gets close again, we'll directly switch to there.
No, I think Kreisman and Kivela are going to lap Morgenthal and Steffens soon. So we'll see all four of them in the same screen.
Oh, and then there he is through. There he is through. Clean pass there. Just was about to say that Team Virtual Racing.org has one stop more than Gentleman Race Club, so I thought it would be like that. At least in the next 20 minutes or something like that, because of the stop. But now Christian Michel has to wait there. Alexi Kivela can get a bit closer, hopefully. But I don't really know if that's really happened. I think we should just switch back to them. The gap is back to 2 seconds. So he has 1 hour and 7 minutes left. Let's see how close he can get and if he can just overtake him.
I think everyone has to stop once at least.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So perhaps
it's a matter of strategy. There's a matter of strategy. I think one stop is necessary. One more stop is necessary to get the whole distance now.
Yeah.
The question is, when do they have to stop? If it's like in the first 2 hours that the Redshift racing car has to stop later, could be that they get the lead of this battle. But we will see that later. And he's on his back again. Now there's some more traffic. And there's the opportunity for Lexi. But he can't get it yet. Had to step away from the gas, leaving Christian Michel go. But now he's directly behind him again. And there's some traffic coming up. Oh, and a small touch there. They are still fighting. Even though Christian Michel got away through this traffic there, but Alexi is still right behind him. He's really hunting him down.
By the way, leader Matt Horst is in the pits at the moment.
Oh, this will be interesting. But I think he will regain his position. Now there will be Frederick Schornstein again in the TXL number 15, I think. So I think they will regain their position when the other guys have to stop.
Yeah, and I think if nothing extraordinary happens, Schornstein should guide the car home victorious. They had about 50 seconds lead before the pit stop, so I don't see Kreisman or Kvela gaining that much.
And again through the traffic, Lexi Kvela takes the outside there and is still behind him. It's unbelievable how close these two guys are. It's unbelievable. Now really the question is just whose tires will last longer and bring grip to the track, or who has more fuel. That's the only question at the moment.
Exactly.
Maybe it's time for an attack. Oh, close racing there. Christian Michel is just defending his position there on the first.
And I think it might be worth trying to stop earlier than planned for Kivela, because it looks like he can't pass Kreisman on track, so perhaps pitting earlier he could overtake him.
Yeah, problem is now there was bit of more traffic, and Alexei Kivela lost some seconds there, 2 seconds overall, with because he couldn't get through there. So right now he's 2.6 seconds behind Simon Kreisman. He has to gain them again. Hopefully he can do that, because it's pretty interesting to see how these two drivers have such a close racing even after almost 6 hours of this race. It's really hard.
Hard and fair.
Yeah, that's true.
And we're into the last hour, actually. 59 and a half minutes to go.
That's true, yeah. But still, Alexei had some problems now, as he came out of this fourth corner, this sharp left-hander. So now the gap is 3.5 seconds. So now he has to gain even more to get back to Christian Michel. Hopefully he can do that. And Simon Kreisman directly into the pits. So this is the chance for Alexei Kivela to get back to the pole. Hopefully he is a bit faster now. Has not that much traffic. So he can get a fast lap.
Yeah, he really should start making those almost qualifying laps now, to be able to go past Kreisman after Kivela comes in. And I don't think Kivela is due to do his pit stop in the next 15 minutes. I think he has the fuel and tires to go.
Yeah, it could
for
be. It could be.
At least 20 minutes, I think.
Unfortunately, there are no other close battles at the moment. Simrace Vereniging Nederland is a bit behind Callum McClure at the moment, but it's 1.0 seconds. It's a bit too much for that moment.
And they're also a lap down.
Yeah, that's true, they are lap down.
11 pit stops for Simrace Vereniging. That's a lot.
Yeah.
They've had a lot of problems today.
Morabia Rebellion, 7 pit stops so far. TXL Racing has 6, MC Racing has 6. TXL Racing number 14 has 5, as well as Redshift Racing. So how long is Alexei Kivela able to drive? Is he able to stay out for another few laps, getting some times and then refuel really quickly? Or is he at the limit at the moment? That's the big question. We should watch the gap times. For me, they are increasing at the moment. I think they were at 38 on the beginning of the lap, and now they are at 41. And now he gets into the pits. So hopefully this is enough that he can drive cleanly through without another stop.
Yeah.
If that's the case, it would be perfect. So let's see where he lands after this pit stop. I'm pretty sure that Moravia Rebellion and has to stop again, as well as Frederick Schornstein with his TXR Racing number 15. So the direct opponent of him would be MC Racing Christian Michel. Oh man, these are long pit stops here.
Yeah. And Michel now coming to the last chicane. Kivela
Alex
is
is
moving.
moving. And Simon Kreisman is knocking on our door. If I can find him, I can write him that he is able to come in.
And Michel keeps his place in second.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
sorry,
true.
third, because Moravia Rebellion is at the lead now.
Yeah, and they have over 7 seconds to Redshift Racing. And I think he's there. Simon Christman.
Yeah, hi.
Hello again. Nice race so far.
Yeah, the strategy worked.
Yeah, the strategy worked, that's true. But I think Redshift Racing, Alexei Kivela is right on your toes.
Yeah, but if you consider that we lost one lap at the beginning.
Yeah, that's true. It's pretty good, but Alexei is currently a bit faster than Christian Michel.
I don't think so. But it's interesting if Frederick needs to stop again or not.
How long do these cars drive without a stop?
It depends how you drive them. You can do 65 minutes with a little bit lift and go.
65 minutes is maximum. What do you think? What do you think? The maximum.
Yeah.
What do you think?
It depends a bit on your gearing, on your ref limiter, on the traffic. I could also go, I think, 8 or 9 laps longer at the stint, but he decided to switch.
Okay. Because the big problem is Frederick is in the car for about 20 minutes, which would be 70 minutes for his last stint. Question is, does he
I
have
don't
to
think
pit?
that if it's 70 minutes, if you don't save a lot of fuel, which doesn't look like when you look at the times, then he needs to do a pit stop, maybe a little slash and dash for 15 liters. Or
Yeah,
10.
as well as Pedro Gomez with the Moravia Rebellion. They have pitted once, more time than the others, but I think they have to pit again before the end of the race.
Yeah, the leading car needs to pit I think they pitted 90 minutes away from the finish.
Yeah, so it could possibly be that Alexi Kivilla and Christian Michel are fighting for the first place here at this race.
It depends. If Frederick can keep his gap on only need to do slash and dash, which may cost him 30 seconds, then he's also still in the game.
Yeah, that's true. We'll see in the last hour now. We have 49 minutes left. So there's plenty of time for some amazing action. So we have to see.
But we are happy so far from the last to some leading laps. And still an exciting finish with
Yeah, it's true.
Gamble.
Yeah, forecast still.
After 5 hours.
Yeah, that's true. It's pretty exciting if you know that 4 cars are within 1 lap and all 4 cars have the chance to win this thing.
And with the difficult conditions at the beginning.
Yeah, it was an outstanding performance from you two guys. You have an incredibly fast pace, and you did a good job there.
Yeah, but if we watch the others a little bit, then they take a lot more risk by lapping.
Yeah, that's true, but your teammate Christian Michel took a risk, took also sometimes a bit of risk while lapping.
Yes, sometimes you need to, otherwise you lose 2 or 3 seconds.
He was lapping me as I was in the GTs, and it was on the exit of turn 5, I think.
Yeah, I know what it is.
He was
also this.
Yeah, he was lapping me, and he hit me just directly on the front left of my car, so I had to fight with the car to stay in line.
Yeah, that's, sometimes it looks like the GT lets you pass in the inside, and at the last moment they turn in.
No, he was. It was on the exit. He was on the straight, and he was on the left side. I was completely on the outside line, and he wasn't completely in front of my car, but got back into his line, onto the racing line. So he touched me with his back right tire. It was a bit too early, as he got back into racing line.
Maybe he misjudged his mirror view, because sometimes it looks far more distant than it is.
Yeah, that's true. It wasn't that hard, so I just had to fight a bit with my wheel to stay in line, but it was okay. Now TXL Racing number 14, Killer McClure, is into the pits. So this car is out of the gamble, I'd say.
Yeah, but for a long time.
Yeah, completely out. They even have 3 laps, they are 3 laps behind, so there's no point for them to fight other than for their position.
And I think Christian is extending his gap to Alexi.
Sorry, what did you say?
Christian is extending his gap to Alexi and closing slowly to Frederick.
Yeah, that's true, but we're currently viewing Alexi had some trouble with lapping other cars. There was a bit of traffic in front of him, he couldn't get past them.
You have also always trouble with lapping cars.
Yeah, not always, but sometimes it is like this.
But there are some seconds that you win them, you lose them.
Yeah, that's true. Before just go on.
at the end you need to hope that you gain more and you lose.
Yeah, that's true. That's really, really true. And Frederick Schornstein is also closing the gap to the Moravia Rebellion car.
Yeah, but for me they are out of the gamble. Maybe a podium, but not for victory. Because they need to pit for 40 liters or 35, which mean they lose a minute or 70 seconds in the pit.
Got to say that Michel is really flying out there. He's gaining time on Schornstein. Just a few seconds a lap at the moment.
Yeah, maybe Frederick saw that he needs to start a bit fuel saving if he won't want to stop again. Or just a lot of bad luck in traffic. So, but I'm now going back to Christian.
Okay, then thank you for your interview and good luck on your last stint, I would say.
Yeah, same to you, and hopefully an exciting finish.
Yeah, that's true. So we speak later and see ya.
Yeah, see you later. Ciao.
And Frederick is still gaining time on the Moravia Rebellion, Pedro Gomez. The gap is now down to 4.6 seconds. It was at over 10. So he's really showing a good pace there. But Alexei Kivilla and Christian Michel are over 3 seconds faster in the last lap than these two guys. And the Moravia Rebellion, Pedro Gomez, is just into the pits, so he's out of the race, I think, for the win on this race here. So it depends on Frederick if he can stay out till the end or not, and that he doesn't do any mistakes. Then he has good chances to win this game.
But even if he could stay out, he's losing 3 seconds a lap, so Michel will catch him. It's down to 33 seconds, the gap. So it will be a thrilling finish.
Yeah, I think so. It could be. It could really be. I think we should switch to Frederick to see if he has any problems or if it's because of the traffic out there. And Alexei Kivilla is losing time on Christian Michel at the moment. He's just completely racing down Frederick Schornstein. And he has a good luck with his traffic there, all on the straight as he goes by. So it will be interesting who will win this thing here.
In other classes it's not as close.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
The GTCs are far apart.
Yeah.
As well as the GTEs, they are, I think, even more apart than the GTCs. So I think the closest battle will be for the first position. The first 3
Yeah.
cars are still in the game, so we will have to see how this will end. As we just see no, it's Christian Michel at the moment, lapping the Ferrari F458 of Redshift Racing. And he's still closing the gaps. Just 31 seconds left to Frederick Schornstein in 39 minutes to go. So this will be pretty close. Can I leave you alone for a minute or two? I have to go
Yeah,
AFK
sure.
for a second. So I'll be right back, okay?
Sure.
Okay, here I am again. The gaps are still almost the same. There's no close battle at the moment, I would say. No, not really.
Yeah,
There's really,
the
there's
closest,
really no close battle.
yeah, closest is for the leader, I think.
Yeah,
Also, there's half a
with
minute, but
yeah, 32 seconds, the closest battle. But they still can't get that. Still 34 minutes to go. So we have to see what this brings to us. Number 4 and 5 in the GTEs. Yeah, that's true. Number 4 and 5 in the GTEs. 3 seconds gap between Gentleman Race Club and NH Grados.
yeah, you're right.
But it's still, it's over 3 seconds. It's not really that interesting because it's not even the GTE 1 versus 2, it's just 4 and 5. As Fredrik Schornstein is just doing his laps on the front of the field. And by the way, to all the guys who are in the stream at the moment, if you want to see some onboard footage from a GTC car, from the GTC car of Redshift Racing, you can easily just click on the right small picture on top of the screen. There you will find the onboard perspective of this car. If you enjoy that more, but there's no commentary, unfortunately. There will be just pure racing, and not like this stream here with commentary. And now he's closing the gap again. 28 seconds for Christian Michel, and 12 seconds for Alexi Kivela at the moment. I think all the other cars are out of the race for the minute.
Yeah.
So the race will be held between these three, I'd say. If Alexi has some luck with his traffic, he can get back to him. To Christian Michel. And then it will be really close.
Five and a half hours into a race, and top 3 are inside 40 seconds gap, so that's pretty impressive.
That's really impressive.
6-hour sprint race.
Yeah, it's just like a 6-hour sprint race, that's true. Drivers are giving the best they can just to stay on top there.
And the gap is down to 23 seconds now. Michel will catch I think it will be about 15 minutes. 15 minutes, I think. Michel will catch Schornstein.
This could be, but Frederick has a clear path now, so he has no traffic inside, so he can get a bit faster now. He had some
Yeah,
problems
that's
with
true.
traffic before,
Yeah, now there
I
are
have to say.
dozen cars in front of Michel.
So let's see if the gap stays like this. Hopefully not. Hopefully they will get closer again. But it looks like the Frederick is fast at the moment because the gap is back up to 25 seconds. So eventually it will stay like this.
But Frederick is catching some traffic again, so I think Michel will start catching him again soon.
Christian Michel has now no traffic inside in front of him. He was in traffic, so
Yeah.
maybe he can get closer now, but the gap is again at 27 seconds. So this will be really close. And in the meantime we could join Robin Stark on his way. He's directly behind 900 Grados for the, I think it's the 5th place? No, it's the 4th place in the GTEs. As we see, Alexi Kivila having trouble there, going through the traffic. That will cost a lot of time, as this is a big group of cars. He has to lap. And he's still in between these cars, so he already lost about 5 seconds there. 6 seconds. And now he's through. Cost about, 6.7 seconds. He lost about 6.7 seconds on him, on Christian Michel there. Who is currently, he has a free path to race, and Frederick Schornstein on the front had some trouble with traffic, but looks like he has a clear path now too, so this will be really interesting.
It's really interesting that many of the GT cars are in one group there.
Yeah, that's really true.
They are not evenly spread around circuit.
No, the TXL LMP is Lola as well as the other LMPs. So we're using the Lola B1260 for our LMP cars. All these cars are the same. It's a mod made by Stefan Budenberg, who's also racing with his Southern Cross Racing at the moment with David O'Reilly behind the wheel. So we have to see who is best there in front, who will win this. Frederick tries to lap some cars there on the outside and gets a clean through. Look very good there. Hopefully it will stay like this. But the gap is down to 21 seconds again. 21 seconds after about 5.5 hours. That's really impressive. That is just really impressive. I don't know what to say about this. In Southern Cross Racing, David O'Reilly just right now into the pits. So maybe no, they have. There's no one who has a chance to get them, so they are in the 7th place overall and in the LMPs. The only thing that matters at the moment is really TXL Racing number 15, MC Racing number 17, and Redshift Racing number 13, who are fighting for the win here.
Gap has stayed same the past few laps, so it's looking more and more likely that Frederick Schornstein will win this if he doesn't have to pit.
Yeah, that's true. But if he has a short splash and dash, he's still able to get a second. But only with a really short splash and dash. Just stop, get a few liters, and drive on.
Yeah.
But it's really hard. It's really hard to say who will win this now, because you can't say if he has to pit again or not.
We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah,
That's what makes this so interesting.
Okay,
Perhaps we
I got some infos, but I was told that they are top secret and I shouldn't talk them out on stream. But I can send them to you.
Okay.
It has something to do with the first 3 cars. You'll see it in a few seconds.
Okay.
I sent you the message.
Yeah.
Hopefully you got
and
it.
I saw it.
Yeah, good. So it stays interesting, I would say. 18 minutes to go, 19 seconds left. Will Christian Michel get that close to overtake Frederick Schornstein or not? And what about Alexei Kivela? Is he able to shorten his gap to Christian Michel again? They have 18 minutes to go to do all that. And will
Perhaps we
Frederick...
could take a quick look on the other class leaders too. We haven't seen much Ajira racing in the stream today.
Yeah, sure, we can do that as the others are driving normally. There's Ajira Racing with their Corvette and the GTEs, who are directly behind Radicals Online. They are trying to lap them. They have, at least it looks like they are trying to lap them again. So if they lap them again, they have they are 2 laps in front, which is outstanding pace there with the GTE to another GTE, and there's the lapping. So without a problem they are through. Joe Racing without any problems, I would say they are the winners of the GT class for this event.
And I think they have led all the way from the start.
Yeah, that's
No
true.
problems.
Yeah, that's true. And now they have to lap the GTC car of Redshift Racing, which is currently having an onboard camera for the stream. So if you want to see that onboard perspective of this car, just click above the stream now. There are 2 small pictures. The right one is the onboard perspective and the left one is our stream. The onboard perspective has no commentary, just pure racing. Otherwise, if you enjoy the commentary, just stay here with us. Or open 2 windows and you can see both. This is also a good idea. For the last 15 minutes. So we will have to see what happens next.
So 14 minutes left and
14
gap
seconds.
between. Yeah,
It's getting closer now. So
and Schornstein is in heavy traffic at the moment.
we will watch him a bit in this traffic.
Now the gap is already down to 12 seconds.
Yeah, that's true.
This will be close.
Yeah, it will definitely be close.
And now it's down to 10 seconds already.
Oh, now it's
Michel's-
getting really, really close here.
Michel is flying out there.
Yeah, that's true. He's really, really getting close to Christian Michel. But now he is in traffic at the moment. So eventually the gap will widen a bit again. But he still has 12 minutes ago to get closer again. Alexi Kivilla in Redshift Racing is, I'd say, out of the race with 25 seconds behind. Only thing he can get is second place if Frederick Schornstein has to pit again. So we'll have to see. And the gap is still 10 seconds at the moment. And 11 minutes left. So will Christian Michel still get to Frederick Schornstein in time and has the opportunity to overtake him or not? As we just see Stefan Wudenberg with his Southern Cross Racing LMP1 just spun around. We can watch that in the replay again, hopefully. Doesn't look like. Ah, now we can see it. And the S's did a small mistake and was just spinning around like hell. But everything should be fine. And at the moment, still 10 seconds the gap. And I don't think that Frederick Schornstein will pit again, not for the last 10 minutes, but you're never sure. So, I don't know.
Will he have enough fuel?
Yeah, that's the question, but I think if he wouldn't have enough fuel, he would have gone to the pits already.
Yeah.
I don't think that he will do that in the last 2 minutes or something like that.
Or then they could also be hoping that it is enough.
That could also be, yes.
Yeah.
And the gap's close to 9 seconds, 9.6. excuse me. Yeah, gap is down to 7 seconds and 8 minutes left. So now it's really getting close. Frederick is always almost inside from Christian Michel. As Alexei Kivila is just driving his thing. He's not pushing nothing. I think he will just save his third position there. And I think Christian Michel is now giving everything to get closer. He has 7 minutes for 7.7 seconds. Which could be really, really, really close. Just because of the fact that he has some space in front of him to drive really fast. And the gap is down to 6 seconds. 6.8. Again, 7 seconds there. Will he get close enough in the last 5 minutes to attempt an overtake in the last minute or not? That's the big question here. What do you think, Tapio?
Well, even if Michel got close enough, I don't think he probably won't have an overtaking opportunity. But you'll never know. I don't want to make a prediction. Anything can happen.
Yeah, that's true. Everything can happen, but I don't want to jinx anything, you know.
Yeah. But I think Schornstein has to be the favorite here. Overtaking is so hard that I don't think Michel.
The gap is down to 4 seconds.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say about this, really. I really don't know what to say about this.
This is as good as it can get. This is
Yeah,
just
true.
outstanding.
It's just outstanding, yeah, you're right. Even though Christian Michel has some problems lapping cars there, which cost him a few tenths of a second. But now Frederick Schornstein is really inside of Christian Michel. .0 seconds. 4 minutes 20 seconds to go. And he's closing the gap.
I can barely sit on my chair right now. It's so exciting.
This is really, 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 really close racing. .4 seconds. 1.5 seconds.
Oh my, oh my.
It's squeaky bum time.
Damon, help me. 2.50 minutes to go.
Yeah.
And the gap.
Apparently, Freddy doesn't have to stop again.
Yeah, true. And it's about 1.5 seconds from Christian Michel to Frederick.
Yep. It's
This is
pretty
just-
mad. It's pretty mad.
Yeah, I don't know what to think about this. I don't want to jinx anything or something like that.
Well, if you jinx it, then it means that Redshift will finish first.
Okay, now he's directly behind him.
Okay, the gap is
Yeah.
now 0.5 of a second.
Yeah, he's directly behind him. Now it's a
After
fight
the-
for the last 2 minutes.
This
After
is
6 hours of
incredible.
racing.
This is
incredible.
unbelievable. Just unbelievable.
Will he be able to make it?
Or will Frederick be able to defend his position?
And will Michel be able to overtake him?
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know.
it's just incredible how these guys are driving. It's really incredible. It's an outstanding performance from Christian Michel and Simon Kreisman that they are that fast, that they have such a good pace to get back to the front after they started on the back of the field. But it's also such a good performance and such a good strategy from TXL Racing with Frederick Schornstein, who drove 4 hours of this race now. Three in the LMP and 2 in the 3 in the LMP and 1 in the GTC. So this is really hard. And just right now in the traffic, it could be that Christian Michel is getting through there, but it was really close. And it's just 40 seconds to go.
The gap is 0.3 of a second. 3
Yeah.
tenths.
And 40
2/10
seconds
of a
to go.
They must be side by side. They must literally be side by side.
They are always almost side by side. And 30 seconds. I think this is the last lap.
Yeah, me too.
The gap
20
is
seconds.
increasing a little bit, but
They're going for the last chicane now. And we have 10 seconds to go. I think this is it.
Yeah, 5 seconds to go.
Oh, and Christian Michel does a mistake there. Now it's
yep,
really
that
over.
is- Yep,
Yeah,
no, it is all
Frederick
over.
Schornstein, the winner.
Yeah, Frederick Schornstein wins this race.
Wins the race. Frederick wins the race. Absolutely fantastic end to that race.
Yeah, Christian Michel,
After
second
6
position.
hours, the gap for the last few laps of that race was mere tenths of a second.
Alexi Kivela is now going for the last chicane. He will be third in the LMP1. And there he goes through start finish. So the first 3 cars of the LMPs are through. First is Frederick Schornstein, second Christian Michel, and third is Alexi Kivela. Congratulations for this outstanding performance there.
And congratulations for the winners in GTE and GTC classes too.
Yeah, that's
Ajira
true.
Racing, Daniel
Ajira
Almeida
Racing.
and
Yeah, and congratulations for Simrace Vereniging Nederland in the GTC class for this outstanding performance. They were in the middle of the GTE cars. They finished just anywhere in the middle. Pretty outstanding performance. And right now the last cars should get through the start-finish line. I don't exactly know who's missing on and who's done. Okay, just Ray Martins. Okay, it seems like every car who's still driving is over the finish line. And we have a final result. The first three, we named the first three already. Fourth is Moravia Rebellion with Pedro Gomez at the moment. And fifth is Simrace Vereniging Nederland, Juri Geisen, also in the LMP1. TXL Racing number 14, Killer McClure is at 6th position, 7th position, Southern Cross Racing with Steffen Woodenberg at the moment, 8th position, and 1st in GT is Ajira Racing, 9th position, and 8th in LMP1 is Lupa Rossa. 2nd position of the GTEs is Radicals Online on the 10th position overall. 3rd position is TeamVirtualRacing.org. 4th is Neihard Grados. 5th is Gentleman Race Club. Then there's on position 14 overall the first GTC. It's the Simracing Vereniging Nederland.
This is race control. The race is officially over.
Here you have the standings, the final standings again. Yeah, Atlantic Racing Team on 6th position in the GTE. 7th is Redshift Racing, number 112. 117 Sin L HCH Racing with Raul Horta on 8th position. Then there's the second car of the GTCs, TXL Racing number 214, Miroslav Davidovic on the 18th position overall. 9th position of the GTEs on 19th in overall is Flying Crowbar Racing. Then there's Redshift Racing number 126 on the 10th place. Behind them there's the 3rd place of the GTCs, 212 Redshift Racing. Then there is on the 11th place in the GTE KPC SINL. Then on the 12th is Lupa Rossa Motorsport. Number 13 would be Project Race. And then we have on P25 overall and P4 in the GTC class TXL Racing number 213. Behind them there's... could you please be quiet? Then we have I'm out of order. Come on. We were at the number 14 of the GTEs, Sinel Carry Truck Team with the number 124. Then there's the 9th place of LMP1s, Sin L LMP1 team. 28th place overall and 15th in the GTE is Fanatec Drake Racing VBM, and last but not least in the GTC there's Flying Quebec Racing Team on the 5th place in the GTCs and 29th overall, and car number 30 with the 16th in his own category, 113 MKB Racing. So I will want to thank you all for participating in the stream. Thank you, Tapio, for being my co-commentator.
Thanks.
I hope you all liked it. And I would say we see us again in the next stream for the next race of the RDVSC2, as we currently see number 118 doing some donuts, and this is Ricardo Edelman, and I want to say goodbye.
Okay, bye. I'm a bit late.